So guys, now we're on the front squat, and the biggest kind of sitch with the front squat is obviously that front rack position, how the barbell's sitting on the fingers. Now, like the zombie squat, if you go and watch that video, the bar's going to sit obviously on the shoulders, yeah, on that nice ridge across the top of the chest. But to keep that bar safe, we need to get fingers on the bar so that it sits nice there and we have those elbows high without the bar rolling off, so that we can just get more weight on the bar. Now, it will be a teething process. Your fingers will end up stretched out and sore, so will your wrists. They'll probably feel like shit for a few days and maybe even a week, but that will start tiring itself out the more that you do it. Your hands and your wrists will just get used to it. I mean, I can lift up to like 130 kilo on this, and I don't have sore fingers and wrists, but they were a wee bit sore at the start, so that will be a teething process. So the big thing here is understanding how many fingers you can have on the bar. I like to drop down to 2, just so that it's there on the bar. If I put more fingers on, then it requires too much flexibility from my wrist, and it's like it's too much. I can't even get my elbows high in this position, it's too tough. So I just go down the fingers, start loosening them off, have a wee bit of a tester yourself. Does 3 suit me? Does 2 suit me? Or even is 1 better? I'd never advocate anyone doing 1 finger, but 2 seems to be the most ideal position for me and for clients. So when I come under, the bar's there, it's sitting high, and as you can see from this position, I've got this nice tall chest, but the fingers are just there to hold the bar. Like, if I was to slip out this position of my fingers, the bar's still sitting on the shoulders. The fingers were just there to keep the bar on there, so that when I do go heavier on it, I'm not going to have any issues with utilising and keeping that bar safe on the shoulders. So, nice and straightforward. Bar on the shoulders, keep those elbows high. Don't let the elbows drop down like so, because then you don't have that ridge on the shoulders and the bar will fall down. Keep the elbows high the whole time, keeping that core tight, so you want to pull that rib cage down into the hips. Nice and high, hips back, control, control, control. Pause, up and squeeze. And again, hips back, keep that core tight. Pause, boom, up and squeeze. Yeah, again, walking right into the J-hook and then straight back down. So the more weight on the bar, the easier it just sits on the shoulders. It is a tough exercise, of course. It will get harder the more you progress it, but just nice and slow and controlled. The rep ranges and the set scheme that I'll give you is there to help you make sure that you don't end up failing any lifts. But when we do start to go heavier, we're only going to do a couple of reps anyway. You will be able to get these reps out, but we'll never go to true failure on this. It's always an exercise we'll stay just a wee bit away from, because obviously we don't want to fail it and then having to drop the bar forward. We always make sure we make a lift and we do it safely and successfully. So that is the front squat. Again, always have a heel wedge or have plates underneath your feet. Like, if you don't have obviously a heel wedge like that, then I would advocate having like maybe 2 to 4 inch plates. So I'm going to have these underneath my feet, so that when I do go into that position, again, I'm able to stay upright and keep that chest nice and tall, as opposed to being flat-footed, and then the hips kind of being a wee bit tough to drive the knees over the toes and keep that chest upright. So this is where the heel wedge really comes in. If you have weightlifting shoes, or just shoes that are a wee bit thicker in the heel, then they will work as well also. But that is the front squat, probably the staple compound lift that I use, because it's so easy to progress, and like, it's just a lot safer than a back squat. So there we go, barbell front squat.